If you like to knit sleeveless summer sweaters like I do, listen up because I want to show you something really important. Do you see this? This little fold right here? This is the bit of sleeve that isn't. When you have a drop-shouldered sweater, which this is, you have the extra portion of the upper body either dropping down and becoming a sleeve. And when there isn't enough fabric to become a sleeve, and you pull that in so that it actually is sleeveless and you don't have those weird flippy things at the end, you get this fold. I hate it, right? But here's the thing, you don't have to stand for this. You don't have to have this in your sleeveless sweaters. I'm going to show you exactly how to get rid of it. This is a one-step fix. And once you know it, you will never knit a sleeveless drop-shouldered sweater the same way again. When I first opened the shop, I found this book. It had been published in 2002, 2 years before I opened. It's called The Knitting Experience, The Knit Stitch by Sally Melville. And there's a sweater in there which she calls her favorite summer sweater. It's got 6 inches of positive ease over wherever you're biggest, whether that's your hips or your bust. So lots and lots of positive ease, which gives it this great drapey open feeling. But when you have that much positive ease, you get a whole lot of extra fabric here in the upper arm. And Sally brilliantly just bound off an inch or so of fabric right here so that the sleeve of this drop-shouldered sweater hit here closer to the shoulder versus down here where it would have hit with all that extra ease. She called it a modified drop shoulder. And I thought it was great. And I teach that concept when I'm teaching a drop-shouldered sweater because it allows a knitter to get more ease in the body, but eliminates some of that extra fabric that you get under the arm and in the upper body area. So I never really thought about it. Again, I certainly never thought about it for a sleeveless sweater until my friend Tanisha shows up. So she comes in the shop and she falls in love with this little sweater that I'm wearing, and she puts it on and she finds that little bunch above the bust. And she says, I hate this. All drop-shouldered sweaters do this. And all of a sudden it clicked. I don't know why it took me so long, but I thought, okay, we'll use that same concept that we do with the modified drop-shoulder sweater when there is a sleeve, when there isn't a sleeve. So it's a super easy fix. In a standard drop-shouldered sweater construction, the upper portion of the body forms the top of the sleeve. And if you don't want that sleeve, then you need to get rid of the fabric. And as I said, it's super easy. You just bind off an inch or so worth of fabric, and that completely eliminates the fold. In a pure drop-shouldered sweater, the body of the sweater is a rectangle. It goes straight up from the hem to the shoulder with nothing interrupting it. When you leave off the sleeve, the fabric that used to travel down the arm just sits there. The modified drop binds off about an inch of stitches at the underarm, and then you work straight up to the shoulder. That's it. And let's look at how that works. So if you take this extra fabric right here, and I'm going to simulate a bind off by simply folding it in, you see? That little fold over the bust completely disappears, and there's no little weird flippy wing thing at the top. It's just super, super clean and super easy. See the difference? You have the fold. Now you see it. And now you don't. As I said, it's a super easy fix, and I think it makes all of your simple drop-shouldered sleeveless sweater constructions so much easier to wear. Now, I will tell you that it has its limitations because it is a straight across bind off and then straight up to the shoulder. The the finishing is a little awkward because you have this 90-degree angle here, and you have to maybe do a little bit of mitering or a much shallower trim around the armhole, which is okay because it's a summer sweater anyway. You don't want a lot of fussy around it. But I do think that if you implement this, it will take you 90% of the way to a perfectly fitting summer sleeveless sweater. This pattern is one I designed, and I called it the Keisha sweater. And as I said, I have not yet knit it with the new armhole, but when I do, I will show you how that looks and kind of walk you through the process. In the meantime, all of the graphics are in my blog post, and there's a link in the description below. And if you enjoy that kind of content, subscribe to my newsletter, because that's where I go into detail about sweater fit and construction and all of those kinds of things. And sign up for me here on YouTube, because this series is not done. I'm Ellen Lewis, and I'll see you next week.